Bella. Every time we jump up there, she'd hit the mouse pad and take us back off the screen. Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh. Sorry, we had a little Bella interference there. So, how's everybody doing tonight? So,
Hi, James Allen.
There's James Ellers in the house. Who else we got? Bad Idea Lab. And Cherokee Dad. Hello,
hey, Cherokee
hello.
Dad.
And going on down. Oh, there's Angie and Rick. And then going on down, scrolling on down. Mark TBH.
Hey, Mark TBH.
Hey, Mark. There's Walking Through History. Hello, Josh.
Hey,
Hello,
Zaxxon.
Zaxxon. What was we talking about? We talked about Zaxxon earlier.
No.
I don't remember anyway. But anyway, guys, I have got an amazing person, gentle heart, sweet man.
Hey, Ellsworth.
And
hey, Lacey.
Hi, Lacey. Hey, Lacey.
Hey, Torchy.
Lacey's in the house. Lacey's in the house. Yeah. Hi, Torchy. Hi, Beth. Kenneth Bird. So
Bella,
this,
down.
I was just telling this guy, he's like everybody's family, you know, and I think the world of him, and I am so honored that he has come up here tonight. And so, guys, without further ado, here's the one and the only, the Mr. Amazing Paparous. Hey, Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, Angie. How you guys doing this evening?
We're
all right.
Good. We're good.
Yeah. Mark the Bird Hunter, Cherokee Dad, Torchy. Hello, everybody.
Yep, they're all coming in to see ya. I'm not the only one that thinks you as family. I mean, you are such an amazing person.
Oh, thank you.
I just,
hey, Amanda.
I just don't know what else to say. I'm going to fangirl a little bit, you know.
Oh, my father taught me young. He goes, treat everybody like their family, talk to everyone, and basically just treat like you'd like to be treated, you know? And I was raised that way.
Right. And that's like Rob says on his channels, be good humans, you know.
Hey, 5 Mile.
So, and there's 5 Mile. Hello, Amanda, just chilling. Finding America. Hello.
Finding America. Hello. Ellsworth.
I've got to go.
CNN. Amanda. Wow. 5 Mile.
Hey. So yeah.
Hey, Beth.
I get over there and get them modded up. I mod everybody up so that we can check out each other's channels. Everybody knows that. Now, I do have some mods in here that if you get out of hand, they will take care of you. We all seem to have each other's backs for sure in these communities. So,
yeah.
But Bill, can you tell us how long you've been metal detecting?
Since 1977.
Okay.
I actually got interested before that because the oldest park in my hometown, I was a kid and I was watching these guys out there with these things in their hands, swinging them. And back then they didn't have fines bags. These guys were carrying small pillowcases to throw their stuff in. And I asked one guy what they were doing, and he told me, he said they're metal detecting. He showed me the coins and other stuff he dug out of the ground, and that stuck in my mind. So a few years later, I bought a detector. Then it's set in the closet, and I finally got around to using it.
Hey, Rob. He said he'll be listening. They got trivia tonight, so this is a big honor that he's listening in and going to be playing in the background so that.
It's an honor.
So later tonight, we'll find out if Rob wins or not.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you. It's an honor to be here with you guys.
Like I said, no, we're the ones that feel honored. And honestly, one of these days when we cross through Tennessee, we're gonna holler at you on Break It
Love to
Trivia
have you.
saying how we start. Yeah. And because I mean, there's so many people down that way that I just want to stop. So Rob, one thing Rick asked me today, we're talking about coming to Florida for a few days. He said, how far is it to Rob's? I said, 2.5 hours. I said, we can go down and do lunch for sure. So, but he wants to meet Rob too. So, what do you remember the first thing you found metal
Hey,
detecting?
Gregory.
Hey, Gregory.
The first thing I found metal detecting was a buffalo nickel. No date on it. I couldn't read a date, but I found a buffalo nickel. That hooked me right there.
Hey, Ringo.
Hi, Ringo.
Oh, Ringo.
Yeah, Rick found a buffalo nickel and some change he got one day. And so he started checking his coins too. He's been watching you
Thank you, Mark.
guys and High Point of Mine Week every Tuesday, 9 p.m. when built. Yeah, I mean, it's just like visiting with your favorite family. I should put it that way.
Turkey did.
Yeah, we
Thank
welcome.
you. 30 was a long time ago.
It couldn't have been that long ago.
Yeah, about 39 years ago. Yeah.
Wow. That yeah. That threw me off guard there. Yeah, I would have never would have guessed that one.
Oh.
Oh. So, what has been your favorite find?
Oh, wow. I got a few of those. My first favorite find, and back in the 77, 78, I also was a partner who had two mining claims, two placer mining claims. One was given to us, and the old boy that gave it to us didn't trust banks. So I knew somewhere in that claim his money was buried, or some of his gold. And where his cabin used to be, there was a trail down to a creek, and there was a little grass area where he built a wall and put like one of those big PG&E spindles down as a table to use. I went down there, got a beep, and I dug it up, and there was a quart mason jar with 2 ounces of gold nuggets and 4 Morgan silver dollars in it.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Jersey Ray.
Rachel, and I saw Denise come in. Thank you, Denise, for dropping those memberships. Oh, my goodness. That's my girl, Denise. I tell you what, she's another one I think highly of. And she lives up in Canada. So it's like I can't just pick up the phone and call her. But I got a plan now, Denise. Me and you could do this. We could virtually talk like this someday. So, but
Josh, I hate you, Bill.
Oh yeah, fine gold and stuff. Yeah, right. I would be definitely hooked. So we're going to try. Rick doesn't know it tomorrow. I'm going to try to get Rick out detecting. Hey, Kristen, in a capacity that he can detect in. I've got a mobility scooter.
Mm-hmm.
So if he can sit on the scooter and kind of swing, and I'll do the digging, and that way he can get out and do some stuff and get out of the house for a while,
Where are we gonna go?
down here at the end of the yard where you can get the scooter and stuff.
Hi, Kristen.
So yeah, I think he's kind of missing detecting. He's cabin fever is getting to be a real thing for him.
Yeah, I know all about that one.
Yeah.
No, depression setting in.
And depression starting to set in.
Depression and stir crazy and everything else. Yeah, I know.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's why, I'm going to try to rearrange some of my doctor's appointments and get him out of here for a couple of weeks and just try to bring some light back in his eyes, So,
Yep. Good idea. Go somewhere for 2 weeks and just forget everything. Yep.
yeah, that's what I said. No working, no nothing. It's why he said if he wants to go meet Rob, we'll drive down and meet Rob. If he wants to go meet Charlie, we'll drive up to meet Charlie. Whatever he wants to do, So, what has been? Okay, this is a weird one. What has been your biggest failure at metal detecting? But what did you learn from it?
Biggest failure. Yeah, it's time to think. I don't know if I call it a failure, but I learned that I went out one morning and it was still dark, and I started detecting before it was dark. Well, I was right next to a dog park, and there's only a few dogs out. They started, barking at each other. Next thing I know, something climbed up my back and scurried up a tree. It was a squirrel. Apparently, the dog's squirrel, and he ran up my back because that was his tree. So I decided not to go out in the dark and be very careful of my surroundings after that. So
yeah, that's a good one.
Good one, yeah.
We were over here at the farm metal detect, and I kept hearing something behind us, and it weren't 10 feet from. We weren't 10 feet from the hillside, or something like that, and kept hearing this noise, and I'm thinking it's too much noise for a squirrel, and a deer don't make that much noise. I mean, so I'm like, okay, Rick, let's go over to the other side of the field, and that's the day the bear came out on us. So yeah, if we had been paying attention, it would have came out basically on our backs.
Yeah.
So, Cherokee Dad's got a question in here. What is your weirdest thing that you have found?
I got a couple of those. First one was I was doing this little tot lot park in my hometown. This thing was probably half the size of an average home lot,
Hey,
and
lay down.
it was built just for kids. But in a bar they have the little squirter for seltzer to put in the whiskey and stuff. Well, I found one of those buried there in that tot lot park. I thought, what is that doing here? The other one was I found a ring. I've got it around here somewhere, but silver ring, but it had a little cup and a flap over it. Well, I didn't know what it was, and I got home. This is when my wife was alive. She goes, "Well, that's a Victorian poison ring." I go, "It's a what?" "It's a poison ring. They would have poison in that cup." And she goes, "See that little pin? Well, it says broken off since." I go, "Yeah." They would dip that in there, walk by somebody, scratch them, and it would kill them. I went, "Well, that's interesting." And I go, "What's even more interesting is how do you know about those?"
Yeah. Yeah, they used to have they would keep little cyanide capsules in there, like the spies would if they get caught or whatever.
Hey, Johnny Small Pepper.
And, so yeah. Yeah, you're right. How do we know all these weird things?
Hi, Johnny. But
Hi, Johnny.
Yeah, okay. How did you know?
Yeah.
Hey, Kristen.
And it's like, don't scratch me.
Yeah. But then she was a Wiccan, so.
Yeah. See, that's where you find a lot of the oddities is in different things like that.
Hey, Ronnie.
Hi, Ronnie. How are you? AU Diver coming in the house. Thank you so much. And like I said, Johnny Small Pepper.
Bill, have we met before? Yes, we have, Johnny. You're a great guy.
What advice would you give somebody starting a channel?
Ooh. If you're starting a channel, make sure that you want to really do it. And it's something you love to do because it's a lot of work. But if you do it going in with not trying to start a business or anything like that, you just want to do it to share stuff, and you like doing it, you'll actually do better that way, from what I've seen. Because
Yeah.
whatever you're interested in, whether it's metal detecting or this or that, somebody else will be interested in. So,
Yeah, that's true.
seen
I've
some of
seen
this.
some.
Oh yeah, I can't remember the name of it. This guy has a chicken coop, and he runs a 24/7 camera on it, and he'll do live chats at 3 a.m. And there are like 300 people in there in the chat room watching chickens at 3 a.m.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, oh, it's Rhode Island Red. Look at that. Okay, I didn't know chickens had that big a following, but hey.
Yeah. I do
Good night,
good
Ray.
try to keep chickens out of my yard. If you could be remembered for one thing, what would that be?
If what now? Remember what?
If you could be remembered for one thing, what would that be?
Just that I was a nice person. That's
Yeah. Yeah. What's this? Let me back up here. It says, yeah, Mark TBH. If you're YouTubing thinking you will be rich, don't bother. It is hard work to get that far up. What's 5 Miles say here? In the age of internet, a lot of us have inspirations or someone we've learned about everything metal detecting. Was there someone you looked up to or learned from way back or even recently? Good question,
yes.
5 Miles.
Yes, 5 Mile. Actually, when I first started, what got me to do it, I used to watch South Carolina relic hunters. Anyways, a man named Tom and his friends have a channel. They haven't been doing it for a long time, but he has 2 kids that are autistic, and he's still putting out videos and metal detecting. And we would talk back and forth. He goes, "Do you want to do a YouTube channel?" I go, "I've been thinking about it, but I don't, what do I do?" And we talked a lot, and he told me what to do. He had great videos. They're finding great stuff. And so I took advice from him and started my channel.
Yeah. Okay. What is one thing about you that our viewers would not know? Other than me, like your age, golly. That one caught me off guard.
Geez, I don't know. What would they not know? I don't think I hold anything back from anybody. So trying to think, what would you not know? Well, like you said, my age, because a lot of people say I don't look near my age. But
No, yeah. See, that right there is honesty out of a person because they don't hold nothing back usually. Okay, I'm sorry.
I've said it a few times. I've been married 4 times, but
Now that one I didn't know either.
okay, but I do mention that once in a while on my lives.
Yeah. Johnny Small Pepper here.
It used to be a chip job. No, I did used to. There's something. I used to be a power lifter and bodybuilder back in the 80s. So.
Wow. YouTube is a giant gathering of specialty interests and how-to content. Yeah, that's the truth.
Actually, I was state of California champion powerlifter 1989.
Mark TBH says, you used to be, you still are a Chippendale dancer.
No.
Okay. What you got over there, Rick?
Hmm.
What is one thing about metal detecting that you didn't expect?
The one thing I didn't expect.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one is all the trash you dig out of the ground, but
Hey, I tell you what, I found one hole and I bet you I dug out a case of beer. Okay.
oh yeah.
I mean,
What'd you weigh? I was 295 pounds. If I,
uh-oh. I have the photo
uh,
bill, the dreams
The Dream Stream sticker.
sticker.
oh, that's right. I forgot about
TBH, I think I need one of them stickers to go right up here. Oh my gosh.
If you could take only 3 things to a deserted island, what would they be and why?
that. 3 things to a solar radio, a metal detector, and a shovel. And well, listen to the radios here if anybody's coming close by, and maybe deserted, but somebody might have been there and buried something. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Gregory Gibson said one thing he didn't expect was how addictive it is. And ain't that the truth?
Yeah, no, I've also noticed either people love it or they hate it.
Yeah.
There doesn't seem to be any in between.
Yeah. And let's see here. Bad Ideal said, what is your favorite artifact that you found?
Favorite artifact? Well, I've got 3 of them actually. One that I thought was like some kind of punch, but it turned out to be a Victorian button hook for buttoning up boots and shoes. And last year I found, because I made the 1800 Club a few years back, but I hadn't found anything in the 1700s, and I found 2 late colonial sash buckles just less than a mile from my house.
That's amazing. That is amazing. Amanda asked a question up here. Here we go. Is Bill putting on a show for us tonight in his live stream? Or is that Friday on the Dream stream?
We'll see about Friday, Amanda, when I do the Dream stream.
Johnny Small Pepper asks, Bill, what are your 3 favorite possessions and why?
Let's see. 2 of them are pistols that were owned by my father that he brought back from World War II. And the 3rd one is my old gray cat. I just love that old cat. And my father served 4 years in World War II, 2 in the Pacific and 2 in Germany. And so I got 2 pistols out of it when he passed. And those things are like, yeah, I'll never let them go.
Here you go. Ambling Adventures, Stan asks, can you recommend a good quality metal detector? He's looking for one.
Well, if you're new to it and you've never done it, you don't want to spend a lot of money unless you know you're going to love it. It's one I use, and I know Angie uses it. An Xterra Pro is a great machine for the price.
Yeah. And they're what, under $300, something like that?
Yeah,
Right
two
around
forty
there?
nine, 50. Yeah, and sometimes you
Yeah.
can get them on sale. Or another
Yeah.
one that's a good one is a Nocta Simplex. Either one of those two are great machines.
Yeah.
And also
Yeah.
depends what kind of detecting you're going to do. You can do the beach and stuff like that, then I'd go with the Xterra Pro.
Yeah. James Eller says half the fun of detecting is getting the garbage out of the ground.
Oh, I don't know about fun, but getting it out of the ground leads to better things a lot of the times. So
Yeah. It says still working full time and willing to spend good amount for a good detector. Then that's when you're going. These boys would know more about that because I live on a budget. So yeah,
okay. If you want to
more
get,
expensive.
if you know you're going to really want to do it and want to spend the money, you can go with the Xterra Elite, which is a multi-frequency, simultaneous multi-frequency instead of one frequency at a time like the Xterra Pro. Another one is the Nocta Triple Score. They're mid-level to experienced detectorists, and they're both really good machines. So, and it's like the Xterra Elite Pro Pack is $499 or $599, and the Triple Score is $499 for Pro Pack.
Yeah, yeah,
Legend is a good one, 5 Mile. The Vortex is still up in the air because they're still having problems with it.
Yeah.
Even though the nice thing is that's an American-made machine.
Yeah, Josh has got a question for you here. What is your favorite Civil War relic that you have found?
All I've found so far, and it's really biting my chaps on this one, is this was, one of the major areas for the Civil War. I've only gotten a few bullets, and I'd love to find a lock plate or anything like that, but I haven't yet. I did find a copper locket off a sharecropper's farm from that time period. I'd like to find like a side plate, trigger guard, something like that. Anything that I know is from that era. And if I do, one thing I'd really like to find, and I know Josh should know about this. The Confederacy was given Whitworth sniping rifles from the English, and they had an octagon barrel. There was no rifling in it. The actual bullet was cast with 6 sides, so it was spinning in those lands in the barrel, and they were super accurate. If I find a couple of those, I'll send one to Josh because I'd love to find a dropped or fired Whitworth bullet. Yep, the Whitworth. Yep, that's one thing I want to get. They make reproductions of them. I want to get one.
Yeah, that is cool. That is cool. Rare bullet. Yeah.
Yeah, but I know people that have found them. It's been years, but they're out there.
Yeah. And Team Lynch just came into the house. Hello, hello. Welcome.
3-ringer. Josh.
A 3-ringer?
I found a 3-ringer and some round balls, but
Lord, if I ever found something like that, I don't think you'd ever get me off that dirt. Oh, there's Miss Anna. Now, guys, I've got one more opening in July. If you guys would be interested, there's Team Lynch and Miss Anna. They're on my on my list. They got that list in the back of your brain going on. If you could have coffee or a drink with any historical person, living or dead, who would it be and what would you want to talk about?
Oh God. Teddy Roosevelt. And I'd like to talk to him about his big game hunting. Just that's something that always sparked interest in me. So.
Yeah, and to think of it, I think of him as the president, and then that side of him, is like, it's like putting the two together is not very common. You wouldn't think of that out of him. He is in Clarksville, Tennessee. Mermaid said she'd want to talk to Leonardo da Vinci.
That's a good one too.
Yeah. Josh says you're on George Swelling, so I could throw the coffee in his face. I think that's the story he told us of the guy that ran, basically.
Finding Americans over in the Smokies.
Okay. If you could do something over in life, what would it be?
Retract a couple of my marriages. Especially my first one. What was really odd about my first one, I was going to Reno to get married, and my friends driving us up in his car to be, as a witness and stuff. And this was one of those guys, he was wrong about everything in his whole life. The one thing he was right about, for the 2-hour drive from where we live, I can turn around right now. If you don't want to do this, we can go back.
And now you're thinking, man, I should have listened.
But one time the guy was right in his life.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What is one piece of advice you'd want to share with the viewers?
One piece of advice. Well, I guess what my dad told me, just be kind to everybody, talk to everybody, treat them like you want to be treated.
I'll admit that's one thing we try. That's one way we try to run our channel is everybody's family. And it's like, if you've even noticed my memberships, shameless plug for the memberships there. They're kinfolk and cousins, and everybody's named something family oriented. Yeah. And we decided to do ours instead of doing our lives in the office. We do them here at our kitchen table. This is our weekly get together, around the table with everybody,
Yeah.
So that is, I like that aspect.
What's something you dream of doing? Why haven't you done it?
Oh, wow. Let's see. Dream of doing. Well, I've been a lot of places. Earlier, when I was young and working, and I traveled the world for a few years. So, not travel. I mean, there are some places I'd still like to see that I haven't. I'd like to go back one more time, at least, where my father was born in Utah. Even though he's just my adopted father, he wasn't my birth father. He raised me. He was my father. So I'd love to see his old hometown one more time.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
My grandmother
and Disneyland one more time.
Disneyland.
Disneyland.
I want to go to Disney World one time without kids and just be a kid.
Yeah.
And Josh says the Battle of Dry Creek. Where's Dry Creek? Okay. Known for their tobacco. I have found anything tobacco. Oh, okay.
Well, they were. Yeah, they were. It's more for their mini breweries now than tobacco. No, I haven't really found. Well, I might have, but they're old tins and they're so rusted out I couldn't tell, what they were. But they had the tobacco style shape to them. So,
yeah. Driving, so listening. Hey, medical detectorist.
Hey,
Hello,
medical
hello.
Detectors.
I missed it. Here it is. Um, Anna says, I love listening to you, Bill. You have such a kind, quiet wisdom. Isn't that the truth?
Well, thank you.
You know, it's like he's like that relative that whenever he's like all quiet and all that stuff, but when he speaks, you listen because you know that it's going to be information that you can use somewhere down the line. You know.
Well, thank you.
What is the one thing that you are most proud of in your life?
So serving my country, one thing. And my kids. I Marine Corps.
Marines.
Raised. I basically was a single father for years, even though I was married 4 times. They were, except for the last one, they were all very short marriages. So I ended up taking the kids and raising them. So
yeah, that's cool. And I bet you raised very fine kids for sure. What makes you passionate? What and gets you motivated?
One, metal detecting. Oh God, there's coin collecting. There's all kinds of stuff. I'm into archery, guns, World War II, Civil War stuff. Just lots of things pique my interest. So
yeah. So Josh needs to get some more stuff put up on his channel, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hi, Jenny.
Hey, Jenny.
Jenny finds pennies. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Now you know why when I'd find a penny metal detector or something, I'd say, thank you, Jenny. I'll make her a moderator as we speak so that she can check out everybody's channel. And I encourage everybody to check out each other's channels. I mean, even though, and this is one thing I have found about, especially like I call it the treasure hunting community, even though some of them are all metal detectorists, there's different styles about it, different sceneries. I mean, who else can metal detect the beaches of Mexico like Anna does? You know, I see parts of Mexico that I'll never see. The jungle and the waterfall got me. I love that one.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, and it's just cool to see other areas that, you know.
Torchy wants to know any of your kids metal detect.
My oldest son did. I don't think he is anymore. He's gone with me a few times.
Yeah. Oh. Hannah says, thank you. That was so nice of you. Was back at the waterfall on Monday. That is amazing. If you could give your 18-year-old self some advice, what would it be?
Work smarter, not harder. Most of the stuff I did during my life was hard physical labor, and that's the reason I'm getting my hips replaced. And because it dawned on me years later, the guy that told you, well, hard work never hurt it or killed anybody was sitting at his desk with a pencil. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, 5 Mile asks, Bill, do you ever go to any detecting events?
I've only been to one. That was many years ago in Sacramento, California. And no, not so. I haven't been any since. I tried to make it to a couple and I just couldn't make it, one due to my hip.
Mhm.
No.
Would that be something you'd be interested in doing?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I know
You
there's,
have to read it.
I don't think I'll be able to make it. I think Florida, the next Florida hunt is actually going to be in Florida this year in February, if I remember right. But I don't know if I'll be
Yes.
able to make that one.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be in February, so I'll be down there then.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll get to actually make the actual event, but I'll definitely.
Charlie.
Oh my word.
Hey, Charlie.
Oh my word. Let's
I
give
see,
this royalty.
Josh has a question. It says, Bill, didn't you say you used to do, no, not Civil War reenacting. I was head archer in the Society of Creative Acronism, which was founded in my hometown in 66.
That's in
Anna.
Mexican. Yes. Thank you, Anna.
Thank you, Anna.
Rick got stuttered. I had to
Did I do
remind him
that?
that's Mexican money. That's
Mexican
pesos.
money.
Yeah, the first time she's on my channel, everybody's going, ooh, I'm going, that's not that much, people.
Yeah.
I mean, you see 100 and then you find out it's 5 American, but you know, everybody's just, wow, their eyes were lighting up. And
Yeah.
Oh. But yeah, Mr. Charlie's in the house.
Mr. Charlie's in the house.
Yeah. Be forewarned, me and Rick may be coming to Florida. So, but don't be scared. We'll buy you lunch. But yeah, if you could make the Florida hunts, that would be awesome. Like I said, I will probably can't afford to do the hunt itself, but I'll go out there for the meet and greet. And that's how I got to meet Charlie. Hopefully this year I'll get to meet Rob, you know. So
Rick is always welcome here. That's what Charlie said.
oh,
Rick.
Charlie Brown. Now come on.
Hey, Grandma Kelly.
Hey, Grandma Kelly.
hi, Kelly.
Yeah, his doctor told him to get out of the house for a while, do something different. So I'm thinking about rearranging some doctor's appointments and us taking off for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I got no appointments for about 5 weeks.
Yeah. And Mr. Kingery is in the
Folks,
house.
here is your reminder.
There's your reminder. You got 15 minutes to your show.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And Charlie says, okay, you can come too, Bill.
Okay, Charlie, I'll
That's
bring you a
all right.
V-nickel.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, I'm waiting on Charlie to give away another forge. He was giving away forges. I think he was thinking they were like smelters for, but anyway. But I got my
nice,
forge
Josh.
down in Florida.
Josh has his own reenactment rifle now, huh? It's awesome.
Yes. His buddy in Tennessee, the one he got to borrow when we were in Florida, we went to drop it back off, and he's like, "Here, keep it." You know, I've got 2. You know, so yeah.
Hey, Neil.
Hey, Neil.
Treasure hunter
Ooh.
Neil in the house.
Missouri hunt, you know. It's in March. I just might do that 5 mile because that would be great. Because I know when Rob went up there just and did some permissions, he found some really great stuff.
Yeah. See, Rick, when you retire, we could do this. We
Yeah.
could follow these hunts around and
Yeah.
Oh, nice, Josh. 53 pattern infield, nice.
Yeah.
I was really surprised how pricey the reenactment rifles are.
Yeah. Everything in reenactment is pricey. That's why I make a lot of my outfits. But yeah.
Oh,
I can kind of cheat on my outfits.
Yeah.
Josh can't.
Well, when I was in the Society of Creative Equinism, we had to make our own because it only been around 10 years. Nobody made chain mail or anything like that at the time. So,
Oh, oh.
oh, I know. I looked at Whitworth. I think they started around $4,500, $5,000. Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
If you had one superpower, what would it be and how would you use it?
Oh, one
and
super.
X-ray vision to look through clothes does not count.
Let's see. One superpower. Actually, I think I'd love to be able to heal people. So,
That would, yeah. That caught me off guard because we've never gotten that answer before. So that is cool. Finding America says, I have to carry a cat gun. Yeah. Uh, you just wasted a good power.
Jenny
Uh,
Font said, I just want to let everybody know.
okay, what's she saying here? Jenny Fines says, I want to let everybody who may not know that I'm giving away a Nokia pinpointer. You can check that out after this live stream if you're interested. Yeah, if you've got a link for it, put that in chat. That's great. I mean, it really is. Bill the Healer, perfect. He that goes with him, doesn't it? I mean, you could see that with
Yeah.
Yeah, healing would be great. So I mean, you have got so much knowledge about so many different things. Anne says, hello,
Hey,
hello.
Ann.
What is some of the things or one of the things that, and I know because I say some of the things, it's hard to pinpoint it down to one, that really, that you like to study on or, keep up to date on?
Basically, my history. I love history, whether it's American history, European, world history. Just it always fascinated me to read about different cultures back in the day, things they did, things they came up with. Especially when people go, "Oh, look what they just invented," and you look at it. Well, the Chinese had that 3,000 years ago, so it's nothing new. I mean, it's just amazing what you can learn if you go through and read history.
Yeah, yeah.
Bad Idea Lab said, I found a 1925 wheat penny yesterday. Unfortunately, it was in my bed, which means I already found it before and lost it.
Oh, Metal Detectors Mermaid, thank you so much. She's subscribed to Jenny Finds Pennies. She hadn't seen her name before, so she's looking forward to seeing her videos. That's awesome. That's what I love about our community. That is what I love. Oh, Torchy put that link in for her. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's hard for me to push buttons and all at the same time because, last call for alcohol, 10-minute warning, Bill. Yeah, Bill, we know you got to take off a little early so you can jump over and do your stream. And like I said, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to find Paparous over here. And I'm looking for the upcoming live. There we go. Yeah, I'm pushing buttons. Everybody hold on. Maybe the ejection seat or something. I don't know. What did I do? I meant to copy it. What did I do? I hit the share button. Share. Oh, here it is. Okay.
Oh,
See, told you.
congrats, Judy.
Me pushing buttons, that's not a good
No.
sign. Rick gets scared when I start pushing buttons too. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
And I'm going to come over here. And I'm going to put that link there. All right. Now, I should be able to pin this. Replace pin comment. All right. And that is to tonight's live. Like I said,
Yep.
we'll usually go over. And, oh, thank you, Ronnie, for posting Jenny Finds.
Yep.
We'll go over and give Paparous a hard time. Angie going to be a Monardo. Hey, Angie is definitely. I've sent Rob pictures going, sorry, I did a Monardo.
Huh.
I had a spray can and I was spray painting a sign. And then I picked it up to do something and didn't realize it had turned around. So I pushed the spray nozzle and sprayed my whole hand blue. And it, so I said, I did a Monardo.
Yeah.
So you said you start therapy tomorrow?
Tomorrow. I was supposed to start it on Monday, but I wasn't feeling good, so I switched it to tomorrow.
Okay. That's illegal, Angie. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. So I'm going to let Paparous, let him go so he can get everything set up over there. And as soon as he posts everything, we'll jump over there, give him a raid. But Bill, I tell you, one of the things that we look for when we do interviews is somebody we want to be like, somebody that we look up to. And so when you said you would do that, that definitely made us really happy.
Well, thank you.
Because if we could all be a little more like Bill, it'd be a great world to live in for sure.
Well, thank you.
And I thank you so much for coming up. And
thank you for having me.
I'll, like I said, next time we're down through Clarksville, I'll give you a holler.
Okay. You know, my phone number's right on my website, so all I got to do is call.
That's now pay him. I did. I'm gonna pay him with a, golly, the word just went with a raid to his channel. Yeah.
With a raid.
Okay. Well, I'm going to head over there. Thank you, Angie and Rick. Everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We'll see you in a few.
Love you.
Never.
Yeah, that is one Bill I don't mind seeing. Yep. That is true. Guys, how amazing is he? Mermaid, I'm so glad that you're here. It is an honor, and that's what I said. I'd love to get you up here one day too. Compliment. Guys, we do these lives so that hopefully people can get invested in the person behind the channel. Like I said, there's 101 different metal detectorists out there, or 101 different magnet fishers out there. So sometimes if we can help people invest in the creator of the channel, then they would more likely choose your video to watch. Does that make sense? Make you stand out a little more in the crowd. Insider info on Bill was great, isn't it? See, that's what I like about it. And don't you feel more connected to him when you see stuff like that? I mean, that's that's my question, guys. Is that what? Don't get lost in the shuffle. Yeah. Um, you know, if if that's what I can get across to people, that's what we try to do anyway. Like I said, to get to know the people behind the cameras, and I just I hope that's what's what we're doing. But not only that, like right now with Rick not being able to get out because of his knee and stuff, we had to find a different avenue to try to keep things going. Yeah, they're willing to diverge a lot. Yeah, tell you a lot. And I tell them, if you don't want to answer, don't answer. Mermaid says definitely Angie. It's loving. Okay, it's a loving format you have. I'll go back and watch others. I'm usually on the ocean at this time, but came back early tonight. Get to see this. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and that's what we try to do, Mermaid, is to honor and uplift the people, because doing a YouTube channel is it's hard work. Like Bill was saying earlier, it's hard work, and this is a little way, my little way of trying to give back to those people that do that hard work. And like I've always heard, if you want to be a millionaire, you hang around with millionaires. Okay. If you want to be a bum, you hang around with bums, right? You are the company you keep. And so I try to get people that I strive to be like, or that we all should strive to be like but
29 thumbs up.
we got 29. That's awesome.
I got.
That is awesome, guys. I'm trying to build these lives up, so that helps us out a lot. Like I said, with Rick not being able to get out, and it's like his doctor asked him today, well, what do you like to do that, maybe you can get out of the house and do more of? We're like, we metal detect, we magnet fish, we everything that, requires him to stand on his knees, and they're like, do you like to fish? Well, yeah, but I got to get the boat motor going again, listen to the replay. Oh, that's awesome. Crash. Great show, neighbors. Take care. All right. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, Josh needs to do a little more history talks like this too. So, it's hard heading over to Bill's. Yep. We're heading that way ourselves. So guys, it has become the 9 o'clock hour. And as you all could probably hear, Bella is already snoring. He can get unlimited back rubs now. So we're going to jump off of here, go over, harass Bill a little bit. Palon, honey, love you all. Everybody have, like Ronnie says, he just got the notification he went live. Have a great weekend. Ringo and Czar we'll probably try to come to Michigan around August, depending on what his surgeons tell him. But Ringo, keep an eye out for July's interviews. There's one couple I think you'll really be happy to see. So, but anyway, guys, we love yous, and we dedicate this, not just this hour, because we try to get everything done, because we want to be able to spend time with you all. And so if you haven't become a member, I greatly would appreciate that. Every month we will be doing a members giveaway. James Eller said people are trying to steal his shirt now. So, guys, I just thank you all for your love and support and understanding for us not being able to do what we normally do. I've got a video I'm trying to edit now. Rick bought me a kitchen island and we put it together yesterday. And we didn't kill each other. We worked together and didn't kill each other. So anyway, guys, love y'all. Let's run over to Paparous. And Kane is saying good night, everybody. Josh is saying night, night, Bella, Bella. Bella says, okay, it's time to go. All right. Love y'all.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.